above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Never had a whole lot of money. I was never good at games of chance. When I'm playing cards with my buddies, when the money flies right out of my pants. Don't you know I got a little secret? It's the ace of hearts up my sleeve. And when I get home to my honey, she give me love like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, they call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. When I'm walking through my neighborhood, everybody knows I'm feeling good. See me smiling from my head to my feet. They say, ain't that Mr. Lucky coming down the street? Hey, that's me. I'm Mr. Lucky when you kiss my lips, when you touch me with your fingertips. I'm Mr. Lucky when you hold me tight. I'm Mr. Lucky when we kiss goodnight. Baby, they call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky in love. You know that's right.
Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking on your Monday? Hope you had a good weekend. I've got exciting news about this weekend's absolutely humiliating thing that happened, which actually didn't even happen until today. Yeah. First, I'd like to say we're going to have what we call a hard out. It's not dirty. It's a broadcasting term. Because there's a new show on the Shuli Network called The Shawnee Zone that will start at 8 Eastern. So we got to be out of here by then. So everybody can give that dude some support. You know, because I don't need the support. I here with this fledgling show. No, I don't need any support. I'm fine. It'll be about 6 years before I get monetized on this thing. But please support other people. Happy Monday to you, Sunday Jenna. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Hotlanta, Georgia. I used to live there, and I'm way too high here. No, it's not dirty. I just have to lower my camera perspective. Let's see here. Hello, Tom. Good evening, my fellow gully heads. I like gullerinos myself, but gully heads, gully gang, there's a whole bunch of. Sunday Jenna said, I thought you were going to say we have a heck of a show. I'm getting there. Believe me, I'm getting there. Stacy says, yeah, Shawnee's show is going to be a banger, just like Gully's show. I'm going to predict that he will get 10 times more people in his debut episode. I'm glad you're doing a show about Urquit. I'm not doing a show about Urquit. However, we do have a hell of a show planned for you today. However, this weekend, Jared likes all the gully names. I guess I like them all too. So on the big fancy radio company this weekend, my Saturday on the network went flawlessly, like it always does. It's a little bit easier because I just do, like 5-minute updates every hour from 5 in the morning till noon. Then I do like a 15-minute, what's called the midday report, which is, not that hard because on Sunday I have to do something called the news wheel from 6:30 in the morning till 9, 7:30 to 10 if you're on the East Coast. And it's constant news the whole time. You're never off the air. You better go to Tinkletown before you start because you're there and you're doing it. And you have to prepare 2.5 hours worth of content. And it's, it's a little challenging. And then before that, I do top and bottom of the hour, very tight 3-minute and 2-minute news updates that have traffic and weather in them. And then the traffic person has to do the traffic. And it's hard. This weekend, I've lived in Dallas-Fort Worth for 25 years, except for those 3 years in Utah. And there's a town about 30 miles southeast of here. I'm not even going to mention the name. I have been pronouncing the name of that town incorrectly for 25 years. And so this morning, the head news anchor of the morning news on this giant news station took the time. He was super nice about it because I file stories all through the day too. If there's news breaking, then I write up a news story and I submit it. And I also, so people can read it on the air Monday morning. And then I also voice it so they don't have to read it. They can go, such and such happened and Tom Gully has more. And then they play my 30-second report. He was nice enough to send me an email saying, that's not how you pronounce the name of that town. He was like, hey, saw the great story that you had for us. Sounded great. Everything was awesome, except, and he gave a little pronunciation guy, super cool about it, super nice. I felt like an idiot. Complete idiot. I like to report the humiliating thing that happens to me each weekend. Boat says, I'm glad it went well. I can tell you're feeling good about yourself. Stacy Allen says, how about the Gully G's? Stacy, any suggestion you make, I am willing to accept. I am fully willing to accept. Stacy, you are good as gold with me. Reverend Wild Bill says, if you enjoy the show, be sure. I was getting there. Like, share, subscribe. I haven't gotten a donation on YouTube in 3 weeks. You can go to PayPal. It was paypal.me, Tom Gully Show. You can go to patreon.com/the Tom Gully Show. It's only $3. It's exclusive content. But like, share, subscribe. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? And since I got the pay StreamYard, you can watch me on Twitter or Facebook now, which has made my YouTube views drop appreciably. I am becoming more obscure doing this show than I was before I did it. That's hard to do. That is not easy to do. Deanna Christine said we had lots of rain and flooding. We've got warm weather here. It's 60-some degrees here. Boat says, I know what town he's talking about. I'm tempted, Boat, to have you put that town's name in the chat. I really am. And if you do, I will confirm whether that's the name of the town or not. Steffi Lindley says, I smashed the like button and shared to my page. Steffi, you are, she's from Nashville. Some call it Cashville. She's not chopped liver. Stacy says, aw, yes. Joker says, hello, everybody. Incidentally, I am super tired. That Sunday show beats me to death. Just beats me to death. It's 8 hours on the air. Gully Gators, that's not a bad one either. I came to the conclusion today that if I was licensed to do so, I would probably open the show with Bitches Back by Elton John. And so there. Hey, Christina Costello is here. Always good to see her. Hello, Christina. Boat Boy has guessed the name of the town southeast of here that he thinks I pronounced incorrectly. And he is dead on. 100% right. I've been pronouncing it Waxahachie. It's Waxahachie. And I feel like an idiot. And it was a great story, too. It was my kind of story. Dang it. Dog diggity, dog dang it. And this guy, and I told him in a response email, which was very embarrassing, I've been pronouncing it wrong all this time, and he's the first person that was kind enough to set me straight on that. And I appreciate it. Good evening, all, says Lyndon. Terry Nee says, like and share all your shows. I'm sorry. Well, again, I don't feel like you guys are the only people that should have to suffer from whatever this is. You should spread that misery around a little bit. Let's see here. Tom, if you had a signature guitar, what would it be? I can't tell you what it would be, but I know who I would have make it. My extremely good friend, Kurt Connor. If you go to Connor Guitart, you will see some of the most amazing guitars in the world, and I would have him create the guitar. He's better at it than anybody. Boat Boy says, I pronounced it wrong forever, too, until I lived in Denton. Well, Denton I've got down, just because it was in Rocky Horror, if nothing else. Awesome to see you, Tom, and everyone. Good to see you. Good to see. Is it Azel? No, it's not Azel. I can pronounce Azel. Steffi says, Kurt makes beautiful guitars. They really are incredible. They really, really are incredible. Check them out. They are, and dude's, he's real good at that. He really is. Let me see here. Let me get the show. I'm getting smarter about how I do this show. It may not seem like it, but I am. Okay. All right, then. All right. See, anything else here I need to adjudicate? Randy Ramos is in the house. The chef is in the house. Now we're just waiting on the guy that builds yachts. Classing up the joint here a little bit. Let me tell you about the explosive error of Jon-Erk Hexum. And ladies, don't think I'm not thinking about you. I am. Not that way, this way. This is Mr. Jon-Erk Hexum. Incidentally, I straightened out this side of my hair pretty good this weekend. Got that, still a little bit right there. I'll get that taken care of. This is Jon-Erk Hexum, okay? And Jon-Erk Hexum was an actor. He started out as a model, as you might imagine. And he was famous for his lead roles in 2 TV series. The first one was a series called Voyagers. And Voyagers was kind of like Sliders, okay? It was kind of a show where these two traveled throughout history, and they made sure that history was kind of like Quantum Leap. It didn't get all messed up, okay? It was a very popular show. They had this device called the Omni, which looked like a big pocket watch that would flash when history was going wrong, and when they corrected it, it would flash red when it was bad and green when it got corrected. And that was their job. They went throughout history and they did this. Now, it's a little bit interesting, this show, because it was really pretty popular. But it was up against 60 Minutes, which was the most popular show on television at the time on Sunday evenings. And they were going to renew it for a second season because it got a 17 share, which is really pretty good. But 60 Minutes was having a bad run, and NBC said, we're going to run a news show right opposite them because we think we can take them down. So they canceled Voyagers. Okay? Replaced it with a show that only got a 7 share called Monitor. David Letterman famously poked fun at NBC's cancellation of Voyagers with a sketch on late night that you can still see online. It's hilarious. It's called They Took My Show Away. And it was a parody of an after-school special where David Letterman is comforting a boy who was a Voyagers fan. It was very, very funny. So he was on Voyagers, and then he was on a show called Cover Up. All right? Now, Cover Up had Jennifer O'Neill and Jon-Erk Hexum as the star. Now, Jennifer O'Neill, I was kind of had a thing for her. She was famous for The Summer of 42, and I think she was in El Dorado, a John Wayne movie. She played a woman whose husband was a CIA agent, but she didn't know that, and he got killed. Then she finds out he's a CIA agent, and she hires none other than Jon-Erik Hexum to figure out who did it. Okay. The show is doing okay. Cover Up, was doing all right. Pretty good, because Jon-Erik Hexum was just coming off the heels of this show where it was pretty popular. However, on October 12th, 1984, the cast and crew are filming the 7th episode of the series on a stage at 20th Century Fox, and one of the scenes they filmed that day called for Jon-Erik Hexum's character to load cartridges into a .44 Magnum, and he was given a functional gun and blank cartridges. Now, the scene didn't go as the director wanted it to, and they were delaying the shooting for a little while. He wanted a better master shot of the scene. So they're reblocking that out, and Jon-Erik Hexum became restless and impatient, like actors, former models will. So he began playing around to kind of lighten the mood and, make the crew laugh. He unloaded the gun, so he thought, of all the blank rounds. There were blank rounds in their gun. They were not live rounds. And he spun the .44, doing Russian roulette, put it to his temple. He's thinking these are just blanks so that he won't have any problem, and he pulls the trigger. Well, a blank is exactly like a real bullet, except for one thing. Okay, every bullet that is struck with a firing pin has a primer. You look at the bottom of a bullet, that's that little circle, that's the very center. And then the cartridge surrounds everything. And then the powder is inside that cartridge, and the tip is the actual bullet. Okay, when someone says, I have a bullet, they don't really have they do have a bullet, but it's really a round, it's a cartridge. That metal top, if you've ever seen a bullet, that is the bullet. Okay, that part is the part that flies out. Okay. On a blank, that's just a little piece of plastic. Doesn't have the little dome on top of it. However, there is still an explosive blast and a percussive force that's coming out of the weapon. Because of how close it was to Jon-Erik Hexum's head, that sort of blunt force trauma caused a quarter-sized piece of his skull to fracture and go into his brain, causing massive, massive hemorrhaging. He was rushed to the hospital, Beverly Hills Medical Center, 5 hours of surgery, was declared brain dead 6 days later. Now, with his mother's permission, it's a tragic accident, awful thing to have happen. Some good things came out of it. With his mother's permission, his body was flown to San Francisco on life support. Heart transplanted into a 36-year-old Vegas man. Kidneys and corneas were donated. One cornea went to a 66-year-old man, the other to a young girl. One of the kidney recipients was a critically ill 5-year-old boy. The other was a 43-year-old grandmother of 3 who had waited 8 years for a kidney. His skin was donated and used to treat a 3.5-year-old boy with third-degree burns. Death was ruled accidental. Mother later got an out-of-court settlement from 20th Century Fox and Glenn Larson Productions. The character that he played on the show was written out saying that he had been, killed in the actual show, and his sort of part was replaced by another actor that was helping Jennifer O'Neill find her husband's killer. And on the episode that he was written out on, the very end of the show, the following appeared on the screen at the end. When a star dies, its light continues to shine across the universe for millenniums. Jon-Erk Hexum died in October of this year, but the lives he touched will continue to be brightened by his light forever and ever. So there you go. That was the explosive error made by Jon-Erk Hexum. And I kind of feel bad because I think a lot of people believe that a blank can't hurt you at all. No, it can't. That's not the only time this has happened, by the way, that someone has thought. There are people that are shot at with blanks that are 10 feet away, that hot plastic actually burns them. I mean, it's a thing. I also feel bad that there was no one on set doing a better job of controlling, the firearms on that set. Anytime you have a live, actual functional firearm, that ought to be better taken care of. So, at any rate, that is our story today. Yes. Let's see here. Randy J. Ramos says, I just put a down payment on a guitar for a friend of mine. It's going to be his first, just a beginner guitar. That's wise. Not everybody who picks up the guitar will continue. I remember this story. He was a smoke show. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and put the picture back up, the better one. There you go, ladies. Lyndon says, check out Rudy Pensa for guitar making. Is he electric or acoustic? Because my good friend Kurt is electric. Stacy Allen said, I love that show. I have to admit, I really enjoyed Voyagers as well. I didn't see Cover Up too many times, but Voyagers, I really liked that show. I don't remember what happened to the kid in that show. He was all the rage for a little while as well. Hugh says, just kidding. It's okay. I can pronounce Hazel. Joker says, Letterman was super fun. If you see they took away my television show, it is a hilarious after-school parody. I should play it on here, but I'd probably get it. Terry Neef said, Tom, having friends who are follically disabled, it's best not to point out your hair issues, especially when you're as old as I am, and I have so much hair. This side here is just awesome. This side over here just needs a little work. I don't know what it is. I think this side of my head is shaped different or something. Darwin Award. Yes, just the tip, Steffi. Just the tip. Just like Jason Lee in the movie Crow. Is that Brendan Lee? But yes, just like him. Julian Caesar said he was such a stud that even when he was shooting blanks, he still got the job done. That is awful and humorous at the same time. Fragments, very dangerous. Can't fix stupid. No Lions Manor. Yes, Brandon Lee. I thought I was correct there. Learn the gun safety before you handle a firearm. Well, we know the rules of gun safety. All guns are loaded. Do not point the gun at anything you do not wish to destroy. Never, ever, ever put your finger on the trigger unless you are ready to fire the weapon. Julian Zezer says it's a shame. He wanted to be the life of the party while they were waiting to record, but he didn't really understand the gun. No, he did not. Chris Abels is here. Replayables Wednesday nights at 8 Eastern, Friday nights at 9 Eastern. Hilarious show. Can't really watch it on Fridays anymore because I got to be up at 4 in the morning or whatever, but love that show. Love Chris Abels. Love his wife. Love his story. His backstory is incredible, so always good to see him. Ironically, they didn't cover it up. And speaking of cover-ups, I'll say it again. Tonight, immediately following this show, we will be out at the top of the hour, so you guys can go to the Shuli Network and watch The Shawnee Zone. First episode. I guess he's really into conspiracy theories. You guys know how I feel about those, but I'm promoting the show anyway. My first real guitar was an Epiphone Sheraton, semi-hollow body. Oh, man. It's pretty nice. Lyndon says electric and bass guitars. Mark Knopfler loves his work. Yes, I'm sorry, Brandon Lee. ConnorGuitart.com. Check his website out. It'll blow your mind. Hey, thank you, Tom. I appreciate you, brother. I'm right back at you. Right back at you. The Lions lost. The only reason I cared was because I knew it would make Chris Abels unhappy. Thank you, Tom Gully. We love you too. You guys are the best. I love it when people that are meant for each other find each other. I'm still looking for that person, so I'm not going to be stuttering John about it. But if you got any names, that's like the movie I recently that a cinematic producer or photographer was shot. Well, yeah, that's Alec Baldwin shot a cinematographer, and I think the director, but the cinematographer died, the camera person. One of the Baldwin brothers, yes, and he's back up on charges. He was not charged. Now he is being charged. Yeah, you do a great job, Chris Abels. They really do a great job there. Got my first gun last year, Glock 38. Well, Stacy Allen. You know what the safety on a Glock is, don't you? Right here. It's right. There's your safety on a Glock. I prefer the Glock 34 and the Glock 43 or the 43X. Personally, I prefer the 43, but of course the 43X has the extended magazine. If indeed you need those extra rounds. It's single stacked, so of course there's no printing, and I could go on and on and on. 23 is not bad either, little bulldog. Deanna says, but someone needs to be responsible and safe, though. You got that right. Safety first, always with firearms. Chris Abels says, thank you, Julian. That means a lot to me. Oh, Chris Abels, you are a well-loved individual, sir. As you see here with my 25, and by the way, thrilled to have 25 people here. It's a big frickin' night on the Tom Gully Show when we get 25 people. By the way, phone lines are open, 972-994-6822. Yes, gun control, being able to hit what you aim at. Jason Scott Lee was in the Jungle Book. Remember that one? Yeah. People are saying hello and enjoying each other, as we always hope they will, on the Tom Gully Show. Rev says he carries a Glock 21 with a few updates on it. Reverend's got a few updates. Hey, guys, I went away from store brand, and I have the Mountain Dew Zero here. I said, what the heck? Pay the extra $4. Brett Hollywood says, Brett Hollywood's here. He's worth like 7 people. That's true. I wish it would multiply the amount of view hours. I'm at 1,700 and something, and I need 3,000. And each one of these shows gets like 20 hours worth of viewing. Hello, Wild Bill. Julian Caesar said, my fists are registered as lethal weapons. I remember that whole thing. Stacy Allen says, I think Dr. Pepper is better than Mountain Dew. You know, down here in Dublin, Texas, there's an incredible documentary about this. Down here in Dublin, Texas. You guys, ladies, mind if I'll go ahead and put this up for a little while longer. down here in Dublin, Texas, the last place that made Dr. Pepper with real sugar, because Dr. Pepper was invented down here in Texas, was recently closed down within the last 5 years or so. It was the last place. And it was all due to some weird agreement at the beginning of Dr. Pepper, where a company bought part of it, but it was worded in such a way. It's just amazing. It's an amazing documentary. An amazing documentary about Dr. Pepper. Let's see here. Chris Abels. Just one of the many people on this program more popular than me in the chat room. Hey, everybody. Yeah, Chris Abels likes his beer. He got that big... Chris Abels has a trash can with a handle on it that he drinks beer out of, but it's glass, but still. Where do they sell Mr. Pibb? Who cares? He can donate his kidney and cornea to someone else, but I want his bicep. I want his smoky good looks. No way, Tom, you're the man. Let me see what the name of that Dr. Pepper documentary is. I can type really fast. Okay, it's called Bottled Up, The Battle Over Dublin Dr. Pepper. I'm going to put that in the chat. Bottled Up, The Battle Over Dublin Dr. Pepper. Boom, shakalaka. There you go, kids. That's the name of it. Whoops. RC Cola and a moon pie. Hello. Hello. Hi, welcome to Tom Gully Show. You are on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Chef Randy.
Hello, Chef Randy. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right. Hadn't talked to you for a while, but listened to your show lately. You were off. I thought you were off air, but you weren't. I guess you'd moved and such.
No, I was actually off for about 2 years, I think. And then I moved back here, and then I couldn't contractually do a show for a while, and now I can.
Well, I'm glad you're back on.
Well, I appreciate that. What are you cooking? Tell me about the restaurant you're working at now.
It's called Nevermore. It's a bar restaurant in Union Station. We do, of course, pizza and high-end bar food. Chef that I worked with before went there, and of course I got a call and said, here we go, we're going to rebuild another restaurant. I said, oh, okay.
Well, that's awesome. And of course your roots are in pizza.
Yes, definitely.
That's where you met my sister. Did you? No, both my sisters. Didn't you work with both of them?
I worked with Kelly. I did not work with Laura.
Oh, okay.
I had left by the time Laura came on board, but I knew them. I knew Laura and Kelly. Yes,
they're fine girls, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and they were even back then.
Yeah, they don't care for me much, but.
Oh, I beg to differ.
They're good. They're good. So what else is new in your life? How's your daughter? How's her basketball career?
Well, okay, you're sitting down, so she's 18 now.
Oh my God.
She's getting ready to graduate. She's going to move to Tennessee with my oldest son, and she's going to nursing school. She wants to deliver babies.
Well, that's awesome. You must be very proud.
Yeah, I am very lucky. Just a mere fact that one of my kids is taking in the other kid.
Yeah, right. Get them out of your house, you can live your life. Hey,
right.
If you had to give one piece of advice to the average person when they're cooking at home, as a chef, what would that piece of advice be?
Get good ingredients.
Okay.
Don't get like if you're doing a steak, don't get the steak that has the yellow label on it. It has a yellow label for a reason.
Okay. Quality ingredients. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes.
What would you say is go ahead, sorry.
I mean, there's different kinds of salt. People don't realize there is different kind of salt. Of course, you have your table salt, you have your sea salt,
Himalayan.
and you have your coarse salt. Yes, exactly. And for like steaks, you would want more of a thicker kind of salt. You don't want your thin table salt.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. You need to call in next time, and maybe you can tell us what the best kitchen implement is.
Not a problem. I did call for a question.
Okay.
A professional question for you.
Yes.
My brother won an Emmy. He's passed away, and we can't find the like on YouTube or anything like that. He won it for the repatriation of Hispanics during the Depression. And he won it through Nouveau Magazine and WFYI. And I've called and tried, and I just thought maybe by chance you might have some contacts or tell me in which direction to go so I could find it.
Yeah, what I would do is I would contact the actual people that sounds like a local Emmy in Indianapolis, and I would contact the Emmy people. Now, are you looking for a way to get a copy of the actual award, or are you looking for a copy of the piece of work that he did?
The piece of work.
Okay.
We have the Emmy in the family.
Okay.
And such. Back then it was on VCR, and nobody has those. The tapes have degraded.
Okay. What you need to do is contact someone in public affairs at WFYI, or and I hate to say this, go in there. I think, are they still on Meridian Street?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just man, one day, if you got time during the day, walk in there and explain exactly your story. Because I can tell you right now, sitting here, the story of you finding that is a story. Tell them you'll buy their tote bag and give them $25, whatever it takes. But I would say, contact public affairs or go directly in there. And
okay, I appreciate it.
I will also check and see if I know anybody that's currently working at WFYI. I have a few contacts in Indianapolis media. Let me write this down. I'm going to contact a few of them. One of them is a news anchor that used to work at Channel 13 she was there for 25 years. You may know who I'm talking about. She's been off the air there for 5 or 10 years, but she was big time.
Actually, not to cut you off, but actually he also worked at Channel 13.
Okay.
And Channel 6.
What was his name? What was his first name?
Fred Ramos. Ramos.
Yeah.
On his birth certificate, it says Federico Enrique Ramos, but he went by Fred Ramos professionally.
Okay, I'll check on that. I still know a lot of people that work in Indianapolis television, so I'll ask around. Let me get back.
I certainly appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a good evening.
You too. I'm going to turn you. I'm going to hang up and then turn the volume up so I can listen to you.
I don't recommend that. Talk to you later. Bye. There's our good friend Randy Ramos, chef in Indianapolis. Dr. Pepper's my favorite. Thanks for the tip. Zero sugar root beer is where it's at. Root beer is really good. I used to work on the Sioux City Sarsaparilla account. Did a bunch of radio commercials for them that won a bunch of awards. Never a fan of cream soda. Depends. That's just a little too sweet. Food is delicious. Joker, ease up on the controversial remarks, please. Please. Danny Workman, also known as Zombie, says, get a load of RC Cola, a plate of Twinkies, and makes a pink burrito to keep me clean. I do like the cream soda. I like drinks that taste like ice cream. Show idea. The genesis of all these weird American soft drinks like root beer, birch beer, ginger ale because of the difficulty colonists had with growing hops in colonial America. Let's not forget sarsaparilla. I like the Julian Caesar. I could look into that, but that's a lot of work, man. Hey-yo, says Benefits. Hey-yo, how are you? Zombie says, pink burrito song from Dr. Tomato. Brett Hollywood Show says, why are you showing my picture on your screen, Gully? I'm extremely modest and don't like to show up. Here, I'll put you with a chick. Zombie says, that Gully sig other. Zombie, sometimes you don't make no sense. Fair point, homie, don't play that. I like ice cream flavored ice cream. Favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, everybody, we're going to need everybody to weigh in on this. Mine is, like everything, strawberry. But real strawberry. I also like me some maple nut. Ooh, I can do me some maple. And by the way, Haagen-Dazs, I'm not mad at them. Pistachio, yours? Julian Caesar says, my late mother loved cream soda. I didn't really get it myself, but it was something old people seem to be into. Mint chocolate chip, that's pretty good. Zombie saying, I dislike chocolate mint. Well, what do you like? You do that thing you do that's legal recreationally in California. I would think that you would have tub upon tub of ice cream that you do like. Mexican Coke has real sugar. That can be taken two ways. Did I miss the Tom Gully song? We don't play the Tom Gully song. We play a song, but we don't play. I don't even think a bunch of the people here have not ever heard the Tom Gully song. Want me to play it? Blueberry is the best ice cream. Oh, real vanilla, vanilla bean, I believe it's called. Hold on here. I am really maxing out my computer right now. But I will attempt to bring up the Tom Gully Show song. Now, a little backstory. When I first started this, before I started doing podcasts, I was live streaming twice a day before it was cool. This is back in like 2012. And I was on Justin TV, and then I was on UTV or Ustream it was called. And then I was on something called Vocal. Let's see here. Is this it? That's not it. Yeah, here it is. And while I was doing that, and then I was on something called Bamboozer. I had about 6 gigs of shows from Bamboozer that I've never converted. But anyway, these kids that worked at a technology institute in New Zealand wrote a song about me and sent it to me. They had a garage band, and they stayed up really, really late doing their projects and wrote this song, which used to be my theme song. Come on. Hold on, let me cue it up because the opening... This song has been described as good, bad. So anyway, for those of you who just recently came aware of me in the last year, you've never heard this song, and here it is. Because this song has been mimicked and stolen and used to abuse me. I could go back to it. It's just not long enough, and I don't have any video for it yet. Here you go.
Tom Gully rides the waves like a social therapist.
I think we've all had enough of that, right? Let's see here. No sound. Lost audio. All right, I'll do it again. Daggone it. I'm going to open the software up and everything. All right, here we go. I suck. I'm admitting it. I'll be out of here before that new show over on the Shuli Network. Oh, Christ. There we go. Now can you hear it? I want to make sure you guys can hear this crap before I... Did you hear that? Let me see all the new comments. Somebody better tell me they can hear this. Just tell me if you can hear this once I start it.
Tom Gully rides the waves like a social airplane, and you know that he is not winning, not until you know his name. Soon he'll be far away, and we'll have to run this race as long as we should never underestimate someone who knows his place, unlike Tom Gully. Ooh, the social airplane, that is Tom Gully. Ooh, come on now, look at my Gully. Tom Gully. Social airplane.
Okay, that's about enough of that. Let's get back up into the chat here. Brother, let's see here. Astronaut ice cream, never heard of it. Let's see. There's German chocolate cake flavor of ice cream out here in LA at a homemade ice cream joint. Game over. It's so good. Stacy Allen says, remember Dipping Dots? That was dumb. It was so dumb. I worked for a minor league baseball team for a couple seasons, and they had Dippin' Dots in a machine, and people just stromboli nuts for these. I'm like, what's wrong with you? After the meds kicked, like Heavenly Hash. Love some rum raisin. Otherwise, Stromboli is great. I've never heard of any of those ice creams. We don't hear it. This is the song. We don't hear it. Sound is out. No sound. You're an idiot. What's wrong with you? It's funny watching Gully rock out with this song. Tom, it's funny. The sound went out. Either the sound. Well, I turned my mic off because I was scared there would be doubling up, and all of my sound runs through a piece of software. It's a long story. Probably a good thing if Tom is singing. I'm not singing. You've never heard me sing. I'm a hell of a singer. Do I have to open this back up and play some of the songs off my albums where I sing Zombie? And then I will ask you, how many albums do you have out? That's what I thought. Best Gully episode ever. Earth to Berlin, come in Berlin. I love the Tom Gully song. Thank you, Steffi. Thank you from your unconditional support. For your unconditional. I love this song. Thanks for the backstory. Julian, I'm going with Seizure. Yes. Okay. Everybody can hear it. Yes. Now hearing it. I'm not playing all those. Sorry, I'm late. Toby, nobody's ever late to this show. Chris Abel says, yes. Ooh. The original Tom Gully theme song. Yeah, that was my theme song for 8 or 9 years. That's a great song. The guitars. Yeah, get my Gully out. Let's get my Gully out. That's right. And don't forget the potato salad. Are you going to make me... Oh, God. Okay, hold on. I might as well just keep this open. Because I used to have a whole opening thing. All right? Brother. There was people... You can go back and watch the old episodes if you really want to. That's T'Challa potato salad. Where's the good potato salad? Come on now, man. It's on here somewhere. Got... Where the hell is it? Maybe it's on the sports. Oh, here we go.
Tom is a white male. Always invited to the cookout.
Always.
But he spit straight hot fire. Okay? You said who is the best commentator on Facebook Live? Tom.
Because he spit hot fire.
Because he spit hot fire.
Yo,
he even got the last name.
And let me tell you this too. Tom potato salad good.
No raisins.
It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins.
He said Stevie Jones is the head of the evil fraternity in a.
Those are my buddies off of another show. Let me see if I can find the other one where he. Of course, he went off on. I think this is the other one.
Gotta shout out Tom. Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta shout Tom.
I gotta shout out Tom. Yo, I heard Tom Gully's show for the first time this week.
Yo.
And I'm telling you, I called you immediately after I heard his show, and I said, if I couldn't do it without my brothers. I couldn't do it without y'all. I don't even know what a podcast would be without y'all. I really don't. But if I was to do a show by myself, it'd be exactly the Tom Gully show. And you weren't lying. The Tom Gully show starts off with top 5. Tom. He starts his show off with my rant about him and potato salad.
I love it. I love it.
Yo, I'm humbled that he goes, if you don't know who that is, that's Chris from the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. No, my potato salad doesn't have raisins. Yes, it has flavor. I had to give Tom a shout out, man. He's just a man, yo.
My man.
I love him.
Is that now? I know Tom have a show.
Always invited to the cookout. Let's see here. First time hearing that, I need more. Tom, you must have taken one of Levy's cookies. I'm going to tell you something. I don't drink. Pretty well known, don't drink. Every couple of 5 years, I'll have some extremely expensive Irish whiskey. Redbreast, single pot distilled. I am drinking it on that 8-hour New Year's Eve Tomathon I did a couple years ago. But if I lived in a state where I could have one of Bob's cookies, I'd be having Bob's cookies. Because I remember college. Rock out with your... No. Are you naked when you get your gully on, Chris Abels? You can't just be naked. There's other conditions. The memories that song brings back. Let's see. Brett, you had me at German. Brett Hollywood says the Gully theme song is the second best song ever recorded behind Nicky's theme song on TS. Whap, whap, whap. Got some homie. Yes. I'd like to donate a song. It's called Big Mouth. Hey, now. Come on, man. There were other songs. You guys don't know about the other songs? Let me see here. There was this song opened the show before the pre-show. I used to do an almost hour-long pre-show before I went on to the 5 streaming networks that I was on and any radio stations that were picking me up at the time. Everybody remember this one?
I don't know what happened to you long ago. Dogs of a feather may hang together, but rabid dogs tend to stray. I empathize with your crossed wires. I may even share your twisted desires, but never go out of my way to see you fall. Oh, do you remember when you came to me on the outside looking in? You pitched your tent, stole my shit, and hit the road again. You never did nothing without an angle down below, like everyone else, only so much more so. Never go out of my way to see you fall. You can trash my songs, forget my lines, drink of my women, steal my wine. You can claw your way to the bloody top, but never go out of my way. I'd never go out of my way to see you. I'd never go out of my way to see you fall.
Yeah, there's other songs. I'm not going to, well, let me see if I can find that one. There were other songs. Okay. I'll go forward.
I wanna be like Superman. I wanna fly off into the night. I need a little release, man. 'Cause I'm all balled up and I'm all uptight. Senorita, please, give me a sweet, sweet kiss. Sweet, sweet. I need a trip to my happy place. I'm gonna make a little getaway plan.
There were other songs. I'm not going to play Gomerville. We'll save Gomerville for another time. People are probably getting bored with this music. Anyway, I got to be out of here in 8 minutes. Let's get through some of these chats. Hey, gang, Kahuna's here. Good to see you, brother. My email when I had a business called Gullycom used to be the Big Kahuna at gullycom.com. So I'm very, very fond of that name. Bluebell, the Great Divide Dutch chocolate on one side, homemade vanilla on the other side. Trust me, it's made in my high school town of Slackaga, Alabama. Also, Jim Neighbors Gomer Pyle alma mater. They make Bluebell ice cream here in Texas, dude. Tom Gully sings like an angel. You damn rights I do. Please don't make him sing. You guys, I just closed the... Next time I open up the song thing, I'll play some songs that I've played. Some of these people know that I've actually am singing on. Let's see here. That's the man with the plan, kind of. Trevor. Hey, Trevor, let me know if Wednesday of this week we'll do a show and it's all you. I will call you and you can tell us about how you got sued by Tom Likas and he tried to take your mom's house away from her. How you been, Joker? Nice to see you. Is Mark Cuban going to buy the Angels? Give us the scoop. I have no idea. Although I used to work with his wife. She's awesome, by the way. That YouTube pre-show was always fun, says Benefits. Yeah, it was like an hour long. It was, or 40 minutes or something. And you could only watch it if you were subscribed to me. The networks didn't get it. Naked is overrated. Tactical use of leather clothing is much more interesting, right, Tom? I have no idea. I don't know that I have any leather clothing. Leather. Garlic ice cream at Jokerfish gross. In Chinatown in New York City, they have red bean and green tea ice cream. Their exotic flavors are vanilla and chocolate. That green tea ice cream, like a lot of people like that. Now that's a song, says Lyndon. The days were blessed with 2 hours of Tom Gully every weekday and an hour on Saturdays. The Gully days. Yeah. I like this song. Which song? Never Go Out of My Way to See You Fall. Yeah. Very thematic songs. Great song, says the Rev. Gully World Order. Kayfabe, brother. I can't turn heel. Well, I'm not a face. Maybe I'm already heel. I don't know. Gully World Order. Come on, you guys. Shucks. Oh, gosh, you guys are making me all embarrassed and stuff. The music is good, not boring. All right. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Stacy Allen, the restaurant was called Garlic Rose. Never had it. People said they liked it. I like it. Silcaga, Alabama, with a name like that, just rename it to Neighbors, Alabama. Jim Neighbors' version of Back Home Again, Indiana, every year before the Indy 500. Make me tear up. Trevor Gardner, brought to you today by the letter S. Jokerfish, I hate garlic. Well, it's always spoken very highly of you. Okay, Trevor, I'm calling you Wednesday. Now, I'm setting my whole show up around this, and I'm titling it around this. So don't leave me hanging, bro. Julian, it's Muskogee Creek. Then he means buzzard's roost. We have Indian names around here, too. Nobody can pronounce them except locals. Yeah, you got some of these locals. Let me see. We've only got about 3.5 minutes. Well, 3 minutes left here because I got to get you guys out to go see The Shawnee Zone premiering, debuting tonight on the Shuley Network. Stay for the... Alan, if you stop by dinner, I'll keep the garlic out. I likes me some garlic. Garlic powder, don't like. Real garlic, minced garlic, like that garlic. Garlic press, like that garlic. All right, closing the phone lines. This is the most Trevor Garner thing he's posted in the chat room. I'm going on a date with a Filipino lady Saturday to set up by my Lyft driver. That's a Dave Lerman story right there. Night, says Trevor Garner. All right, Wednesday, Trevor. I got a big day Wednesday. So you're on, brother. You're on with your legal problem with Tom Likas that went on for 3-4 years. Anyway, man, you guys are the best. Like, subscribe, share. If you want to go to paypal.me/Tom Gully Show. I think the last person that did was Chris Abels. That'd be great. But really, like, share, subscribe. Get people to watch. Go before you go to bed. Go to that 8-hour from 2020 Tomathon and just click it. Go to bed. Turn the volume down and please, I need the view hours badly, so badly, so very badly. I normally would take it up to 7, but I want to give you guys a few minutes to get over there to the Shawnee Zone, a show I know nothing about, but I'm endorsing it anyway. And there we go. So. With all that being said, the only thing left to say is, whoops-a-daisy, I'm screwing up the end of this thing. Waxahachie, apparently. The only thing left to say is, till next time, we'll see you next time.
I got a world of hurts living under my shirt.